Invited both of our parents and Mark to a private room at a high-end steakhouse. Sarah was glowing, thinking I was about to surprise her with a trip or jewelry. Mark sat there, wearing that $2,000 watch, acting like the supportive brother. Halfway through the main course, I stood up for a toast. The room went quiet. I talked about loyalty. I talked about the importance of family. I looked Mark in the eye and said, I've realized lately that I didn't know the people closest to me as well as I thought. Then, I reached into my bag. I have anniversary gifts for everyone. I handed out thick, white envelopes. Inside the envelopes for our parents were high-quality, color stills from the hidden camera footage. Clear shots of them on the sofa. For Sarah, the envelope contained the divorce papers and a photocopy of that watch receipt. The silence was deafening. It lasted for 10 seconds until my mother let out a literal sob of horror. Sarah's face went from confused to ash gray in seconds. She started hyperventilating, trying to grab my arm, but I stepped back. Mark tried to play the "you're being paranoid" card until my dad stood up, looked at the photos, and literally threw his glass of red wine directly into Mark's face. "Get out," my dad whispered. It was the scariest I've ever heard him. I didn't yell. I didn't make a scene. I just looked at Sarah and said, "The locks are already changed. Your bags are at your mother's house." Then I turned to the waiter, told him the entire bill was going on Mark's tab, and walked out into the cool night air. The fallout has been insane. Sarah's family is blowing up my phone, calling me cruel and sociopathic for humiliating her in front of everyone. Even my own mother is heartbroken, saying I destroyed the family dynamic forever by making it so public. But the kicker? This morning, I checked the joint credit card statement. Mark hadn't even paid for that watch yet. The $2,000 charge hit our account 3 days ago. I've already filed a claim for unauthorized spending and frozen every cent. They wanted to play house in my home, so they can start their new life together with nothing but a very expensive bill and a room full of people who now know exactly who they are.